And right now we have Jacob Kioria, who is in Turkana, and he is with the governor, that is Jeremiah Lomorukai. Kioria, what is the latest as the festival drew to a close?
Thank you very much, Mudibo, Bucket Broadcasting House. Of course, tonight marks the end of the 7th Turkana Tourism and Cultural Festival, and it has been a wonderful 3 days as Turkana County showcased what it means to be in Turkana County, what you need to know about the county, and most importantly, talking about the preservation of the culture and heritage of the Turkana people. And right now I'm joined by the governor, the host of this event, Governor Jeremiah Lomorukai Ekamais Napotiken, who joins me in studio this evening to just, take stock about what has been happening the last few days. Governor, karibu sana, and I hope you're enjoying yourself even at this time, even though the event has concluded.
Okay, I think I'm enjoying. Yeah, because we have done well. The 3 days have really been very, very colorful to the community, and I believe even across Kenya. But we've concluded that day, and I think now I'm a bit relaxed, only that we need to return our people back to their respective areas. I was just addressing a few communities, the communities or the delegations from South Sudan, Ethiopia and Uganda, to really bid them a bye as they go back to their respective places. I was indicating to them that because we are a team of communities that speak the same language, but they seem to be having some wrangles, fighting or doing cattle rustling here and there. So I was saying, I think that era of fighting because of a cow or two has long gone, and we need to engage now into trade, ask our respective countries to do as better roads that link our countries, so that we do good trade. We transport goods from one point to another. Maybe if there are goods that we do not have in Turkana, but they can be gotten in Omrate in Ethiopia, we can ferry them from there and bring them to Lodwar and the other way around. I think that's basically what I was doing. I was also engaging communities from our Turkana communities in the diaspora, that Cielo, Marsabit, Samburu, Nakuru, various places. Some of them have just left in the past 1 hour, and I'm yet to engage now others, because I need to really appear and tell them thank you for coming and for staying that long. 3 days for somebody who has a family and children, a lot of days. So I think basically that's what we're just...
What you were set out to achieve, Governor, within these last 3 days, because other than, the aspect of fostering peace, like what you were alluding to, there are other things that the Turkana County government sent to achieve through this Turkana Tourism and Cultural Festival. Have you been able to achieve them?
Okay, I think because we've concluded all the 3 days, of course, the attendance was constant all through. That means our people were eager to get the message that was intended to be delivered to them. I think we have achieved, because every engagement that was carried out between the leaders and the people, between the artists and the communities, between various sectors, the choirs, the traditional dances, and then the exhibitions that were being done actually to try to market even the kind of technology we have applied in the production of food, in the manufacturing of honey, and many other things. I think that has been delivered. And then one good intention of this meeting was actually to allow other communities to come. from various borders, like this county borders 3 countries.
Yeah.
So people from Ethiopia came in large numbers. Uganda came, of course, I've just said I've been engaging them. Then South Sudan. At least the peace component has been delivered to them. And they have also brought their views. As a governor, I've had personal engagement with them. And I think the message has really been delivered, and I have achieved the real objective of the cultural festival. And then about now giving them the picture of our culture. I think our culture, people have seen, they have admired. They really say, every other person, including the President of the Republic of Kenya, really confirms that our culture, our traditions, and many other things, even our own regalia or paraphernalia, the dressing pattern is still intact. It has not been interfered by westernization, by the other cultures, new cultures that have really emerged. I think, in short, we've achieved a lot. Yeah.
All right. One of your prayers to the president when he attended on Thursday was the extension of the power project from Lokichar to Lodwar, then to Kalokol, and he acceded to that, said in 15 months you will have it.
Yeah.
Here. Paint a picture for us. How, once that promise has been delivered, how will Lodwar look like?
Okay, I think I know that will be implemented because the president says in 90 days, because other things need actually to be really seen, that have been supplied, they have been procured, that kind of thing. So we are waiting in the 90 days, it will be between there, that will be implemented. I think immediately we have, we connect Turkana County into the national grid. Yeah. Life here will be different because the kind of generators we have here, the issues of fuel, filling them, sometimes fuel has missed, and then we live in the blackouts. I think with the constant electricity supply, I think our communities, our business communities, can engage in their trade without any interference. I think what I know we will achieve is that our business community will get services, all the services that are getting connected into the national grid is supposed actually to give us. I think a lot of things will change. We'll do a bit of preservation of our goods because we also produce some perishable goods along River Tarkwell. Some of them are ferried from the end. It takes a bit of time to really sell them. They need to be preserved. Without electricity, that cannot happen. I think a lot will change in our county. Yeah.
The aspect of insecurity, because the president spoke to it, and I think almost every leader from Turkana County spoke about it, and the president says about dealing decisively with armed criminals. Some of them are said to have regrouped from Baringo, West Pokot, and then entered Turkana.
Yeah.
Why are you so confident about the promise made by the president? Because promises have been made before about dealing with insecurity. Why are you confident that the promise by President William Ruto is going to yield fruit?
Okay, I think because he's president of the Republic of Kenya, we must give him all our needs. Tell him that issues of security are national government functions. So if we keep them just within our community here or in our hearts without delivering to the right persons for the right action, I think we will have done disservice to ourselves as a county. So that's why we were categorical telling the president that the matters of insecurity in this county have become commonplace to mention. And I think if President, who is the head of the Kenya Defense Forces, gets this information, he will simply engage, like he mentioned, that he will send Kindiki immediately to come and sit with the leadership, with the governor of Turkana and the other leadership, to start engaging on the best ways we can handle this insecurity. And I think I am very optimistic that will happen. Because the other time when he said he will send the Kenya Army and the entire security of Kenya to come and deal with the road banditry, I think he did it. And exactly that is what has helped this county and even the road, because the road has totally become insecure. Most of the schools living even near Kainuk, including Lorokon, including Logum and Kakongo, various schools in Kwamoro, all of them were closed because of insecurity. But immediately, those forces were sent. Most of the schools have resumed. And there's also a bit of reconstruction done, like even when I went to Kapedo, there's a bit of reconstruction of schools that were demolished by the criminals from the neighborhood. I think we know that will be achieved because saying he will now ensure that those people have been evicted. He has already a previous history of mentioning and doing it. And that thing looks to me is a very light thing to, if the government becomes very serious. But as a county also, because we already have, government also gave us a few NPR, implemented that, something he promised in June, but he delivered. We were given 100 NPR for Turkana East, and then some 50 for Turkana South, 40 Loima, and then a lot of NPR and in the north, where we border many countries, Turkana West and Turkana North. I think those NPR, we are going to, like I said, I will continue resettling our people back to their areas. Like now, the people of Nadome live in Lokori and Lokui areas in Turkana East. I said I must return them back to using those NPR. We'll take them back to their trading centers. And we have Lomelo, we have Kamuge, and also areas like Napetom, where children were, and their mothers and elders were burnt. I think you saw that one. I want to resettle back. I said I have allocated 105 million to resettle the people of Napetom, so that we rebuild some households, because most of them were really destroyed by these military groups from the neighbor county or constituency of Tiati, and many others. So I think as the government is preparing to do what it has promised, we are also advancing to do what we can be able to do. As a county, if building some classrooms is an issue for ECD, that's my function. If there is money, I must allocate the money to give them that service. Water, like I've put water at Kakitete. Now we are putting, with that 105, many activities will be done with the 105, including constructing some permanent housing for the people, and also welling the entire thing, the entire village. That's another thing, and then drilling water in those respective areas. Right. I think what the contractor has already gotten the award letter from the procurement side. So I think I'm a governor who doesn't wait also. I need to also play my role to protect my people as well. It
is important. And as you speak about that, Governor, because part of the requests we had leaders talk about is a creation of 3 extra sub-counties, which the President acceded to say that, again, the Interior Cabinet Secretary will be here next week to discuss modalities about the creation of those 3 sub-counties. From a person who had that request and had the President accede to it, this creation of 3 extra sub-counties, what will it mean for Turkana County?
Okay, I was among the people who proposed for the 4 sub-counties. We've already been given one, that of Lokichogyo. The DCC is there, and all the other officers, national government officers. We asked for Soguta. Lokriama was a member of parliament then. I asked for Lokriama in my former constituency, which brought us now is the MP. And we have no wrangles even about the headquarters, about anything. And then we have this Aro. Aro is just a few kilometers from me, about 80 kilometers away. I think the 3 were, all the 3 or the 4 were really meant actually to handle the issues of insecurity. Because, you know, even in Lokichogyo, Nadapal, you hear about Nadapal, Nakodai, that kind of border issues. So I think by making Lokichogyo an independent sub-county, government security will be available near there. And then the same to Lokriama, we border Uganda. You see, Uganda has put a lot of security all along. Every 5 kilometers they have security. Sometimes I ask myself, between Kenya and Uganda, even in terms of currency, we are so powerful. So there are things I think we can do than they can actually do them. So I think by putting a sub-county at Lokriama, then we will manage insecurity along Urumbel to Lomokori, and then it will also help the area of Lorengipi, where there is a bit of JSU camp. And then Aro, again, Pokot and Turkana there from West Pokot, and even and from Tiati, because those warriors from Tiati migrate to come, and I think there is a concerted engagement between the leadership of Pokot, those from West Pokot and Baringo of Tiati there. So they bring warriors. They believe warriors from Tiati are strong. So they come and live inside the Turkana South and start terrorizing people, and even telling people to migrate from their areas and villages, permanent areas. I think the basic reason why we called for creation of the 4 was to handle or to take care of the issues of insecurity along those particular hotspots. Those are hotspots, areas that are prone to insecurity all the time, even before some of us were born. And then again, it will guard encroachment, because the other side, the problem is issue of land. You see, like the entire Pokot, West Pokot, or some of those areas like in our Tiati, they have little land. They want to expand, get into other people's land. Because I could even hear the member of parliament for Tiati saying, he was asking questions. Are there Turkanas who live at Nadome? And then the people answering, no. What about Kapedo? Kamuge? So this is a guy who knows the position of those particular areas. Right. So any area that do not have, that Turkanas have already been chased away, he claims to be their area. When I was telling them, there are even areas in Lodwar that Turkana don't live. So I think he can even come and claim those particular areas.
All right. Thank you, Governor. It's always a pleasure to speak to you. And congratulations again for hosting the Turkana Tourism and Cultural Festival. It's been a wonderful time seeing the Turkana County and the Turkana people showcase what they got. Thank you very much for hosting us. It's time for us now to wind up on this other side and take you back to Broadcasting House in Nairobi. Edmund Mudibo, over to you.